Welcome, welcome to another EBX discussion. And if you're alive and breathing, we are back to fight another day. And let's get to them honors, shall we? I honor thy ancestors, their spirit that's alive and present. And let's honor our loved ones that we held dear that may have transitioned. May they rest in peace and in power. And let's place that gold over us, shall we? May all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And I wanted to call down a little protection. You know, I do this from time to time because, you know, things are getting serious out here. And well, things have been serious. And this is definitely not the time to not be aware of oneself. It's coming real. It's been real, like I said. And, you know, salute to the reachers and teachers that's, you know, putting in that sweat, that work, time, love, compassion, salute, whether in my family, outside my family. And I just wanted to call down that protection, you know, for ourselves, from that great divine, that greater creator, Mother Nature, the universe, that we all be protected and stay aware. And that divine, I call down that protection from that divine that cling to those that are struggling, whether mentally, physically, or spiritually. And I also call down that great protection from our great divine for our children, our families, our personal lives, those all over the world right now. That's why I got this on my banner, because this is where one's mind is, folks. I'm always thinking outside of the perimeter. I'm always going above and beyond. You know, we get this way when we be on this walk for a while. And I just salute to those in my family that has shaped my behavior and my way of thinking, and teachers of brothers and sisters that I have listened to along the way. Because when you learn to listen, brothers and sisters, as I always say, and you keep that pineal gland wide open, you'll be able to receive truths. You'll be able to receive the truth. And you will understand the truth. And guess what? When you study and take things even more serious, you begin to understand. And that's a beautiful thing when you get to that level. Because there's many levels in this spiritual walk. And you'll find this out. You keep on living. And you keep walking this path of righteousness. You'll come into a lot of things. And, you know, that's one thing that's good about those who listen. You know, we do become intelligent when we listen and we take in things and know that there are way greater, bigger things in this world at stake. And this is something I've always, you'll hear me say this from time to time. I focus on the bigger issues of the world. I always do. Because another thing that will happen to you on this walk, you will begin to become, you know, you will become real. It become natural, and you will begin to see things for what they are. And you can't, like I said, being distracted. And I know you hear this word a lot and it gets thrown around, but it's serious, brothers and sisters. Stay aware of everything as you possibly can in our personal lives, some things in the world. That's when that power of discernment comes in. You know, you got to know what's a trick and what is real. You know, what is reality and what is a fairy tale. That's why it's good to take moments of solitude and observe and study, because you won't miss much when you're an observer, whether you're a brother or a sister. That's how one becomes a great teacher. And always call down that protection from whatever force you're calling it from, of course, as long as it's righteous. We ain't talking about nothing negative here. Even though there's a lot of negative forces around us, you know, that's the beautiful thing about being a brother or a sister or a teacher, melanated, that observes and study. We won't miss much. And of course, we are superheroes within. We do have heroic abilities. We do have some, I would say, natural powers within us. But we also know those that are intelligent out here. We know that we're not this. I mean, we always can think great things and great thoughts and have that power of confidence. Of course, we got to have that, because determination and confidence are the cousin of each other. Those two things, you put them together and you can accomplish anything. And I'm saying that to say, when you're an observer and you have studied your whole life, you put in years, decades, months, and you've invested in this walk, in this culture, and the upliftment and teaching of a young brother, young sister, or older brother or sister. And you've been through your humiliations, you've been through all your humble times and all the great things that great divine gives us to be on this walk and teach on this walk. We will begin to overstand and understand everything. And I'm saying that to say, never be duped or be a fool to thinking, things are, not happening, especially when you're listening to the real teachers. And because you got, like I always say, I never debate that issue, because just stay within righteousness, brothers and sisters, as much as we can. And you'll be connected to the right things. And you will be amazed at the things, the real things that you will come across, and things we hear. Like I said, you have to be careful, where we're getting our information, how we're getting our information. But if you're an intelligent and a real genuine brother or sister to the pit of your soul, you don't have to worry. Won't even be in your vocabulary, won't even be in your system. You will know the truth when you hear it. So, and when you hear that truth, brothers and sisters, take it in, dissect it, study it, take it even further. That's the beautiful thing. That's the real reason why that great divine wants us all connected collectively, because there's always something one brother knows that another one doesn't know. That doesn't mean that they're better or nothing like that, just different. We have to keep that in our spirit. Same thing with our sisters. It's always one gift that one sister has that another sister don't have. That's why that higher force wants us to connect collectively, so we can bring our gifts, our knowledge, our teachings, and bring it all together and come up with what? A solution. Always be the solution and never the fucking problem. Never the fucking problem, especially in these times. And every now and then I might use a little profanity, but it's just to prove a point and to let one know we have to take this walk serious, And you'll hear me say that a lot, because there was a time when, I've always been positive, but I don't think I was as serious and as passionate as I am now. Because when you do become more intelligent and you become more serious on this walk, you will begin to feel compassion and concern for those that are hurting and those that, can't find their way spiritually, mentally, like we all say, physically. It's not nothing to play with. It's not nothing to joke about, and it's not funny, especially of those of us that have been in in that kind of state where we were having a battle with our mental, along with other things that come along in our lives that happen. Not all of us, are able to handle things that come at us, things we hear, things we see. It takes a lot of studying and enduring to get to a success state of mind. So it's not easy. That's why I always say, don't judge those that are reaching and teaching out here. I'm talking about the real ones now, not the fake ones, the real ones that's really been putting in that work and really means well and not looking to get nothing out of it other than the upliftment, the teaching, and the impacting of one's life righteously. That's what it's all about. And keeping brothers and sisters informed on things that sometimes we just don't know. So that's where intelligence comes in, brothers and sisters. That's why I named this podcast Calling Down Protection from Our Great Divine for our teachers, our children, and our families. Because we need everyone that we're connected to be intelligent. I know it takes work, takes teaching. A lot of us didn't go to college or have degrees, but We have divine abilities within. Doesn't mean we're better than nobody. It's just that a lot of us have took the time to study ourselves to get oneself in the position that divine has us in. Because it's not just talk, brothers and sisters. For those of us that are really in connection with that universe, I'm not trying to sound cosmic or nothing like that. If you're truly connected to that higher force, and that's something we all know there's a higher force out there. Those of us on the high vibration, we have experienced this. So I say that from time to time. I have these things I call centering mechanisms. So that's one of them. We all can agree on there's a higher force. There is no debating that, whatever we call it. So, and we all have experienced it, whether on a high vibration or not. It's just those that are not vibing high, they just ignore it. But in one way or another, the higher force touches us all. It just depends on how we perceive it or how we receive, how we take in, that inner voice we always talk about. It just depends on us as an individual. When we hear those thoughts, when we get those things in our soul, our spirit, maybe even in our dreams, those of us that's been doing this for a while, we know what it is. So, and it's things that, of course, we don't want to live our life in fear, and we don't want to be scared of things, but we also can't be stupid, brothers and sisters. We always have to know that there are realities out here. There are things that are really truly going on, and it's unfortunate. I always try to stay positive, but again, like I said a few minutes ago, we can't be so positive that we're stupid. We have to be aware too. And I'm saying that to say, it kind of angers me. There are entities out there that don't care for life, that don't care for truth, could give a fuck about righteousness, and that I have to say, there are evil entities out there that want our mind, our soul, our spirit. And what do they want it for, folks? For themselves. But I don't know. I do know. But something I always keep in my spirit, like I said, could never be a fool. Don't be stupid, be a realist. But it's something I always have in my spirit. And a lot of us have been through things in our lives to shape us and make us the tough brother and sisters we are. My soldiers and soldierettes, salute. And not that we're invincible or we're better than nobody or we're this big powerful person. It's just that the walk that we have been on has developed that tough spirit within. And I'm saying that to say, I know things can happen. I know there are realities out there. It's not no fairy tales, not no game out here, brothers and sisters. Real talk. But one thing that's in my spirit that my ancestors gave me, don't fret. And I don't know why. It's just some reason I have that in my spirit. And one thing, we become one with our higher selves, brothers and sisters. We won't fret. We won't fear. But not saying that we don't see what's going on, outside of us. But something that I get from my great divine, I will not live, or we shall not live our lives in fear. Because at the end of the day, that higher force, Mother Nature, the universe, I don't give a fuck who evil, who doing what. That higher force has to say overall, and I'm standing on that. And I don't know, I can't even explain where that comes from or why I feel this. Well, one reason I know why, because I know, and that great divine knows, as a lot of us brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes, salute, we have been through too much, a lot of us, to stop now. I don't care what's out here, what they're doing to make us scared or back off. No, we have came too far. And whether we can see it or not, my reachers and teachers, brothers and sisters, my family, children, whether we can see it or not, a lot of us are making a great impact. Don't back off, my reachers and teachers. Don't let them scare us. Don't you dare doubt. I don't give a fuck what they trying to show us. No, because I've connected with a lot of great brothers and sisters, and I've learned a lot of great things about my family, and I love my children. And I'm not perfect. I'm gonna do things as a human, but I analyze things now. I break things down. Never jump off impulses. Y'all know I talk about that, because that is the major problem right now. Impulses. Impulses is the new disease if it's not regulated right. So impulses can stem to a lot of things. It can tie into your feelings, your emotions, how you think, how you teach. So impulses will help you, breeze through this life. You will see things before they come. What's that wonderful word, that wonderful thing that we should always have in our spirit? The spirit of anticipation. Anticipation, the power of anticipation helps you to guide the present, helps you to conquer the present. And worry won't be in your vocabulary or in your system. Stress won't be in your system. All you will see is a better future. Fuck what they trying to do. No. The ancestors, our ancestors, are here. Well, been here, never been gone. It's just that a lot of us are now seeing it and highlighting it and acknowledging it. So, of course, yes, we have to be aware of things that's going on so we can teach those that might not be somewhat aware. Yes, because that great divine has all us teachers out here for a reason. We are all in the position we are in for a reason. That's why we feel these thoughts. That's why a lot of us are speaking. I'm talking about the real ones out here. And I said on the podcast many months ago, that divine will reveal who the true warriors are. So brothers and sisters that means well and have made an impact in this world, and I'm telling you, we are making an impact. And I know there are entities that are trying to make it look like we're not. And brothers and sisters that's reaching and teaching, I want you to know, yes, I hear everything that we're teaching. And yes, and I know the things that are trying to be put in play. And I'm not naive to things that's going on in this world. Salute, real talk. But at the same time, my brothers and sisters, always keep this in our spirit. Nothing will overpower that higher force. It will try. They will try hard. But it won't, it's unfortunate that, like I said, have to be a realist. Like we've seen in the past. Some will transition. Some will leave us, will no longer be with us. And that's unfortunate. That's the part that makes me fucking angry. But I tell you what, that higher force will begin to step in. It's already stepping in. That higher force laughs at those that are evil. Are you fucking kidding me? The higher force is bigger than anything. Nothing can fuck with that higher force. I don't care who or what it is, person, place, or thing. So they can keep trying. So again, I'm here to call down protection on my children, my family, the reachers and teachers. Salute. I call down that protection from our great divine, Mother Nature, the great creator, universe, for ourselves, from ourselves, that we stay strong, that our families be prosperous, that we stay intelligent, and we help those that are having struggles with their mental, physical, or spiritual, and we help pull them up. But we can't let you pull us down. At some point, you're going to have to go in and find your true divine self. We all have those divine abilities. You've heard me say this before, especially if you're melanated. All my melanated brothers and sisters, reach inside and pull out that divine ability, whether it's teaching, speaking, researching, going deeper into things, realizing the realities out here, and you're not being caught up in what? Social media. And use social media for the good things, for teaching, the upliftment, and breathing life into one another. And again, I'll say, don't forget the real things that are going on out here. Don't be distracted by bullshit. And let's stay true and intelligent and collectively connect to one another and accept the real truth. Even if it hurt, we got to accept it, because trust me, you'll thank yourself later for accepting that truth. And I'm not just talking about from me. I mean from others that you may have heard from. I'm talking about the real ones out here, because it's a lot of shit that's going on that some brothers and sisters are not aware of. So just stay aware, brothers and sisters, so we don't get caught off guard. But again, don't fret, because Mother Nature, the greater creator, has the fucking say overall, and I'm standing on that. But I am aware of what's going on, just to let those know. So that's my thought. That's my positive thought, my real thought, my spiritual thought. And I salute the brothers and sisters that came in, take time out of your day to listen to another EBX discussion. And another salute to my real like-minded reachers and teachers. Salute. And I honor your family, and of course I honor my family. Much love. Honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you have the ultimate peace and protection in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. Salute.